Hi guys. I know I normally do my updates on Wednesday. Well, you guys see them Thursday. But I wanted to come on and do an update that has more to do with kind of like what's been going on with my doctor's appointment, because I ended up having another doctor's appointment yesterday because I was actually in more pain. They believe it was that it's a cyst, but it's actually getting a lot smaller now because they, even though I hurt more yesterday, it was getting smaller. The doctor didn't really understand that, but that's okay. So I talked to her, and she's it's a different doctor. She's the one that actually delivered my daughter. And I asked her really how she felt about, you know, taking the soy and getting pregnant right away. And she's like, well, she's like, as a doctor, I wouldn't do it. She said, but personally, how she had her daughter. She had said she had a miscarriage. It was the same thing, a blighted ovum. She said it was, you know, practicing medicine, she said she couldn't help but get mad that it happened. Because she's like, you know, as a doctor, she's like, she's like, you know what happens, but she's like, so really, she's like, anybody out there, she's like, they shouldn't blame themselves for a blighted ovum, because she's like, it happens to even the doctors. And she said her and her husband discussed it, and she had had a D&C, and of course, having all the knowledge, she decided if it was meant to happen, it was going to happen, and if it wasn't meant to happen, they wouldn't get pregnant, or they would end up having another miscarriage, which then was a sign your body needs to wait. So she said, as a doctor, she wouldn't recommend it. She said, but she can understand why we might want to. So then I proceeded to ask about, well, really, what happens? You know, not really having a miscarriage in the sense of the actual bleeding and everything like that, because with my daughter's twin, my body absorbed it. So she had said that once my levels go to 0, about a week to 2 weeks, I will ovulate. She said you can use OPKs, which I didn't think you could, because, you know, and she said you can use OPKs, and she actually recommends it. She said because, she's like, your cycle might be very much off. And she said she understands then why I would want to take the soy. Though she doesn't recommend me taking it, because my thoughts were as soon as my levels were like about 10 or below, start taking the soy. She actually recommended waiting. If it doesn't work naturally this time, try the soy with the next cycle. She's like, well, you'll know a little bit better about, you know, how long and everything should go. She's like, this is like, you know, a shot in the dark. She's like, you have no idea, you know, when to expect your period or anything like that. Because she said some people don't ovulate, and that their cycle, in a sense, is only 2 weeks, or she's like, some people it's 3 weeks. She's like, so technically, she's like, you basically are going to look like you've gone 2 months. And she's like, and you might really have mixed feelings about when you get your period, or if you get pregnant again. She's like, you're going to have mixed feelings. She said she did. She said it was very odd. She's like, because she would always, when somebody would ask her due date, she would say her old due date, because she never really had that bleeding, because she also did a D&C. So she said she never had that real period blood that, like, you know it's done. So, where I haven't really had that, you know, 2 days of it, but that wasn't really a period. So she said, you know, it was readjusting, you know, everything. But in another update, I applied for a new job. It's actually the exact same type of job that I do now, but I would be working with other people. So my videos, if I get the job, my videos will be done a little bit differently, but they probably will be uploaded at the same time, because I have an hour commute. Well, it's basically an hour to work and an hour home. By getting this job, round trip is 12 minutes. So I end up getting back almost 2 hours of my life. I love it. So I had my interview today, and I feel it went really well. But a lot of that is, you know, some people I know, I know somebody probably will comment, I've done pageants before. I think pageants are wonderful to teach, you know, interview skills and everything like that. Which you guys are probably going, your skills are pretty bad, but talking to a camera, I'm not sure a person, a lot different. So doing pageants have prepared me to do interviews. I have no problem with interviews. So I felt that it went really well, and they said they should be contacting me tomorrow, Wednesday, or Thursday at the latest, Thursday morning at the latest. So, with that being said, I will still do my normal, it'll be, what, 3 weeks post D&C, and then Thursday I will do where my levels are. So, that's where we stand right now, which means if I get the job, the background's going to change because I won't be at work on break doing my videos anymore. I will be at a new location, and more than likely, because I'll be working with a group of people, I won't be making videos at work. But I will have two extra hours that I can make a video at home, which is better. Trust me, a lot better. So thank you for watching. Bye.